Hi, I'd like to thank you all for coming tonight so that I can announce that I will be running for the President of the United States for 2024. My name is Sylvia Hess.
Sylvia Hess, what makes you qualified to run for President of the USA?
So the Article 2 of the Constitution states that the requirements to run for president or be president is that you be 35 years of age, a citizen of the United States, and have had residency for 14 years. So I lived almost all my life in Georgia, the great state of Georgia, and then I moved to Nevada, and I've lived there for the last 6 years. So all of my residency has been in the United States of America. Also, I don't have a college degree from Harvard Law, and I don't have a law degree, but I do have a well-rounded education, and I plan to be graduating with my bachelor's in the next 6 months. Also, I've been married for 31 years, which shows commitment and dedication and loyalty. And also, I believe that a president should have compassion and empathy, which are two of my character traits, and two traits that should be brought back into the character of the President of the United States, which we have not seen for quite some time. But I plan to bring that back to character of the United States of America, actually.
So Sylvia, why do you want to be President of the USA?
So I love this country. It is really, I know people say it's not the greatest country in the world anymore, but to me, it's the greatest country in the world. It's my home, it's my heart. And so I am a little brokenhearted over seeing the division that has been going on in our country over the last 8 to 12 years. And I have seen the leaders of our country not try to unite us, but rather it's been more of a division. They've created more of a laceration that's gone deeper and deeper. And they've done that through fighting each other for parties instead of uniting together to find solutions and resolutions for the real issues that our country is suffering from. And so that is one of the reasons, that is the major reason that I am running for President of the United States. I want to rectify the division that we have. I want to help unite our country again. I want to help fight for the real issues that we have been experiencing for the last 8 to 12 years, and sometimes some of it even longer. I believe that the leaders of this country are fighting for their parties instead of for the citizens. This is no longer a country that is for the people and by the people. This is a government for the party and by the party. And that is exactly what it's turned into. You know, years ago, when President Kennedy made a speech, he said to the citizens and the government, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. And so I want to take a little freedom with that and say, instead of asking what you can do for yourself, ask what you can do for each other. Because that is the ethics that this country was built upon and succeeded with, is building a country not just for ourselves, but for each other and all that come here to become citizens. So that's one of the things we need to do. And I believe that we can do it, and I'm going to lead us to do that. And one of the ways that I plan to lead us to do that is to put in party reform. I plan to put together committees, mediating committees, for each issue, each major issue, both in the House and the Senate, so that we no longer are fighting for the Democratic way or the Republican way, but the American way. Because the American way is to fight for the issues that are plaguing our country, to find resolution, to unify our country and become one again. I've had the privilege of knowing many veterans, combat veterans that have walked on the battlefields. And these men and women are beautiful, honorable people. And yes, they are also dirty and gritty and hardcore people, but they have the hearts of gods. And when they get on the battlefield, they work for each other. They fight for each other. It's not about us. It's about who's standing next to them. Who's standing next to them, fighting with them on the battlefield. And that is where we need to be. We need to follow their lead and fight for each other. Who's standing next to us? Your neighbors. And our leaders need to take note of that. Is how you win battles. That's how you resolve the battles for the real enemies. And the real enemy is poverty. It is the crime rate. It is police brutality. It is racial division that has plagued this country for centuries. Yes, it is better than it used to be, but we still have a long way to go. And also, bullying has taken on a form that is not just for kids in school anymore, but for adults everywhere, in every stage of life. And we need to rid ourselves of that enemy, because the only way we are going to find a resolution for poverty and crime and bullying and police brutality and racial division is if we unite together and fight for each other and not just ourselves. So I plan to put together, like I said, mediation committees to start in the House and the House of Representatives and the Senate to work towards resolutions for the real enemies. And I plan to help unite our country. I believe that united we stand and divided we fall. And I intend to be the president of the next president of the United States in 2024 and serve you, my fellow man. God bless you, and God bless America.